We are joined by Paddy Upton. Uh, Needs no introduction. Uh, Mental coach, mental guide, mental guru, whatever you call it. And of course, he played a very important role in two of India's historic achievements: 2011 Cricket World Cup win, and of course, the hockey's bronze medal win in Paris yesterday. Paddy, just tell me something. How was the whole journey with the hockey team? We have been working for for more than a year now. How has been the journey, and do you think that this is it's a fitting tribute to P.R. Srijesh that the team gave?
Yeah, I mean, the journey was a very intentional and deliberate one leading towards this particular Olympic campaign. There was the Pro League, there was a tour to South Africa with a real focus on the Olympics. There was a tour to Australia, which many people were really dejected, the fact that we lost 5 consecutive games in a row. But our whole mission in Australia was not to play our main moves, not to show our hands, to try and understand the Australian team as much as possible. So even though we lost 5 games in a row, we were very happy with what we understood against Australia, and we knew we didn't show them things that we would surprise them with at the Olympics. So it was an amazing campaign. We spent 3 days in Switzerland doing some really fascinating and very different mental preparation for the team. So we arrived honestly ready, prepared, with a skill, with a fitness, with a mindset, with the strategies to win gold. There were probably 6 teams in the world that are really competitive and could have had a decent shot for it. So it's always nice to win a medal at the Olympics. But if we were to really be honest with ourselves, we were good enough, we were fit enough, we were prepared to do better. But the nature of the game of hockey is one goal here or there, one bit of luck here or there can be the difference between winning and losing. So a medal's great. A different color would have been even better.
Paddy, this is where you come into the picture, because when the chips are down, because obviously everybody was gunning for gold, and it seemed that semi-final was India's to win, and then suddenly the last minute we lose the game, and we are suddenly in the race for a bronze. In the span of couple of days, how did you motivate the team? Because see, I mean, bronze again, like we never know, that it's still a tricky affair. How did you got the team together and ensure that at least we get a medal? Like, what was the last 2 days like?
Well, let's just take a step back or two. Is we haven't beaten Australia, I think, in 50 years in the Olympics. They recently beat us 5-0. So to get up and prepare to beat a team like Australia, who have only ever beaten us at the Olympics, was a massive success. Then we play against Great Britain in the quarterfinals. This is a team that India has not beaten for 4 years. We 17 minutes into the game with 43 minutes to play, we get a red card, and now we've got to beat a team we haven't beat for 4 years, but now with only 10 men. It was a monumental effort to win the quarterfinal game and progress to the semi-final. It was one of the best sporting events I've ever been part of. It was the most proud I've ever been of a team that stood up and fought like warriors, like Trojans, never gave up despite. You can't imagine the adversity of having to beat a team you haven't beaten for 4 years, now with only 10 men. So we did it, which gave us so much confidence in ourselves. And then after that game, it was really about getting us mentally, emotionally back, pressing the reset button within 48 hours to get ready for the semi-final. And in the semi-final, we created our chances, we created our opportunities. We weren't beaten by a better team, but on the day, we didn't convert. And the Germans did convert, and they're a team that if you make any mistakes, they're such a disciplined, well-drilled team that it was unfortunate. And to play the 3rd and 4th playoff game, that's incredibly difficult, because winning bronze is significant, and coming 4th, you might as well come 12th. It's a non-event. So the team had massive pride, massive commitment in our individual and our team performance. We knew we wanted to give Srijesh a big send-off. So there was a lot to play for. And, arriving at the game, and even while the game was really tight, I never once doubted the players' commitment, and that we had a much bigger purpose to play for the fans back in India, for the families, the amount of sacrifice the players and the support staff make to be away from their families. We were playing for them, and of course playing for Srijesh, who it was his last game, and the players absolutely love him. He's one of the most finest team men I've ever come across in any sport I've been involved in the last 25 years. He's not just a great goalkeeper, but he's an energizer. He's a source of enthusiasm, entertainment, motivation, experience, wisdom, and just a damn good all-round guy.
And I mean, Paddy, you've been in a dressing room in 2011. You are a Sachin Tendulkar, and everybody wanted to do it for Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, we wanted to win that World Cup for Sachin Tendulkar. 2024, yes. A different sport, a world stage event, Olympics, and then the entire team wants to do it for PR Srijesh. How? I mean, did it bring back memories of that final from Wankhede? And how was it like? And if you could also tell us what were the particular areas that you particularly worked on the team for the last couple of days, so that, like you said, a bronze medal is very significant. At least you end on third.
Yeah, listen, there was obviously similarities. I'm a firm believer, not just a believer, I know that if anyone who's playing for a worthy cause greater than themselves, they're able to find a well of motivation, of inspiration, of resilience, determination, grit that is beyond if you were just doing something for your own self, for money, for a medal, for fame, for name. It's much easier to give up on yourself than it is to give up on something that is greater than yourself. So for the players who played for Sachin, I knew that they were never going to give up, no matter how tough the going got. And the same with Srijesh. We knew if the going gets tough, it doesn't matter. It's not about you. It's not about what you're feeling. We're doing this for our families. We're doing this for the fans. We're doing this for everyone back home in India. And we're doing it for, the goalkeeper that we love so much. So it was always going to give us that extra bit of determination and fight that we often need towards, the fourth quarter when you're tired. It's been hot. We played a midday game. We were 2-1 ahead, and we, conceded those two short corners within the last minute or two. But we knew those runners who were running the short corner down, they were going to put their body on the line to protect the ball, cover that space between the ball and the goal. And they were prepared to, and someone like Amit on the day, he ran down so many corners. He was prepared like a true warrior to put his body on the line. Didn't worry about injury. He just worried about stopping the ball getting to the goal. And if it did, we trusted Sri that he was going to do his job and stop it, which he did.
Paddy, just a couple of things. I know you're standing in the middle of the road and doing it for us. We are really thankful for that. Just a couple of things. We know ahead of the tournament, obviously there was a camp in Australia. Series against Australia. Then there was the team went to the Alps. Had a bonding session. But when you are inside the village, and that's where the ultimate challenge is. Like, you also have it's also about getting better from what you did in Tokyo to, in Paris. So, and there were also challenges like, missing Amit Rohidas for a crucial game. And this is where a mental aspect of the game comes into the play. Okay. So if you could take us through how did you, what was the routine, and how did you, keep the team together the last, say, a fortnight?
So, it really was a team effort from the players and all the support staff. And essentially my role was to take all the mental themes and processes that we've worked on in the last year and prepared the players to be able to stay focused in the key moments of play when the pressure's highest. Understand if the focus does go off because players are forcing and trying too hard, or is it because they're backing off and being a bit risk averse? So we're constantly getting the players to measure and assess where was your mind during each and every game. So before a game, it was reminders and preparing players' minds for the game. And after every game, it was about debriefing. What did we learn from our mental space? And every day after every game, we'd do some form of mental, emotional, physical relaxation, meditation, yoga, nidra type session. So it was, prepare before the game, and after the game, extract the learnings, press the reset button, and go again.
And lastly, Paddy, of course, while the Indian hockey team had a great success, and like you said, of course, all of us It would have been an icing on the cake had it been a gold. But yes, of course, it's an incredible effort. I mean, winning back-to-back bronze. It's this team belongs to history. But on another aspect, what is your thoughts on Lakshya Sen, somebody you have worked with very closely, and Lakshya, despite taking advantage in the crucial moments, somehow lost the thing. He's a young gun, but going forward, any advice? How do you want him to address things? And what's next for you, Paddy?
Yeah, so listen, I mean, Lakshya to come from where he has come from, his first Olympics, he's come in, I don't think he was seeded when he came in, or he wasn't seeded very high. So just to get to the semi-finals was an incredible effort. And I think, we saw in the semi-finals and in the playoff game, while he lost both of those, it was very clear that he has the fitness, he has the skill, he has the game, he has the talent to be able to go the distance and compete with the best in the world. So he's young, his first Olympics, he's got an amazing career ahead of him. He's got all the ingredients, and it's just about gaining the experience as any athlete needs to do. And as he goes forward, he's going to get better and better and be a genuine, gold medal contender going forwards if he stays on the journey that he's on and the learning journey. So it's very exciting for him. For me, what's next? I have no idea. Get home, spend some time with my daughter, press my own reset buttons like I've been helping players press their reset buttons after each game. And whatever's next, we'll see. We'll roll with it. But it'll be exciting, and I'm quite sure I will continue. It's been now 16, 17 years that I've had this wonderful relationship with India, and I don't see it ending in any time soon.
Yeah, we hope so too, Paddy. And take care. Have a lovely day in Paris. Take care. We'll see you soon. Take care, Paddy. Thanks
Awesome.
for everything.
Thanks very much.
Time. Yeah. Take care.
Bye bye.